Alright, hello everybody, this is CJBlink120, and today we're going to be focusing on setting up OpenSim and using Imprudence Viewer. Now you'll have to install OpenSim and Imprudence Viewer, and that's what we'll do first. So if you go to Google and you type Open Simulator, and you go to download, you can go down and see current release. You're going to want opensimulator.org/opensim/0.7.3.1 or whichever version we're at this point, .zip. And .zip is the one that we're going to be using for the Windows operating system. Click on the little button at the side and you're going to want to save. Also, we're going to open up a new tab and download Imprudence Viewer. Click on the first link. Click on Windows. Click Save. So a couple of the things we're going to be covering in this video, after we download Open Simulator, we're going to get it running, and we're going to set up the IP addressing, and then we're going to set up the settings for Imprudence Viewer and test out our OpenSim world. Okay, so we're going to open the folder, and we're going to run Imprudence Setup. Select Yes, and select Next. Select whichever folder you'd like, and then we're going to select the shortcut name. You can create a desktop icon or a quick launch icon if you'd like. I don't need one, but that's up to you. Click Next, Install, and we'll see it will start installing Imprudence Viewer. Now, Open Simulator is a little bit different because it doesn't have an install file, it just has a zip file. And you'll see opensim.0.7.3.1.zip is the file we're going to be working with. So we're going to right click and say extract files. I'm going to put them right in my C drive. If you'd like to put it a different place, on a thumb drive perhaps, that's fine. Just select the drive path. Otherwise click OK, and it will start extracting the files right to the C drive. Imprudence Viewer is almost done. Click Next, and then you can run Imprudence. Little features page will pop up in Internet Explorer. You can read that and see all of the new features of Imprudence. Otherwise, we're going to start looking at Imprudence and exactly how it's working for us. So, Imprudence has a simple login box down here and a grid manager down here, and we'll be using this in just a minute as soon as we get our Open Simulator set up. Now we're going to go to the hard drive and look at our OpenSim folder that we've created, and inside the OpenSim version folder we're going to see all of the files that it has downloaded. First, you want to go into bin and then select opensim.ini. OpenSim.exe is the file that we're going to be running, but it runs off of opensim.ini. We're going to edit this file and preferably open it in a program that you can read, like WordPad. And then you'll see a whole bunch of comments in this ini file. Comments are the semicolons before the lines start, and if you want to uncomment something, you just have to delete the semicolons before the line. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is run opensim.exe. We're going to allow the access, and OpenSim decides to set up. Okay, it's first going to prompt us for a new region name. I'm just going to call it test region. Hit enter. It gives you a UUID for the region. You don't need to do anything with this, just hit enter. Gives you a region location. For our purposes, 1000 is okay. Internal IP address, you just leave that at 0.0.0.0. Internal port is fine, not 9000. One thing to note about internal port, if you are setting up multiple regions within OpenSim, you will need to specify separate ports for each region. But for test region, we can use port 9000. Allow alternate ports false. External host name is system IP, and that will grab our system's IP. And as we host on the internet, people will type in our system IP, and we will be able to host their OpenSim connection. Okay, then it creates that region and asks us to create an estate. My estate is okay for this, and then it asks to create our first user, or estate owner, as it were. So the first name, I'm going to type in admin. Then last name is user, and then I'll type in a password. You can type in whichever password you would like, as long as you remember it when we start to log in. You don't have to type in an email. You also don't have to type in a separate user ID. And that creates our user in our region. So right now, our Open Simulator is running. And if we'd like to test it out, we can go back to Imprudence, type in the first name of admin, second name of user, type in the password we had selected, and then we'll go to Grid Manager and add a new grid. And you can give this a grid name of whatever you'd like. I'll just call it test region. Login URI, we're going to use the hypertext transfer protocol. And then we're going to type in localhost, which is the IP address of this computer. Then we're going to use port 9000 to access the region. Then we'll hit apply, OK. And it asks us to supply a nickname for the grid, but we still have test region, so we're okay. So we're going to select test region. We're going to select login. It says our last location is not currently available, so we will be moved to a nearby region. That's okay. Okay. And we are in Open Simulator. And as you can see, now the ground has rezzed. And our avatar as default is female, but we can change that. Just right click and click appearance. Switch to male. Select OK. And our avatar is now changed. Okay. And that's basically it. You can page up to fly, and Control Alt and click with the mouse to change your view. And that is our first OpenSim region. Alright, hope you've liked this video. Stay tuned. In our next video, we're going to set up the MySQL database, and then following that, we'll do some terrain editing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.